What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Ulysses. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Suppe. The map is Midgard. This is currently a best of 3 with first victory to Ulysses here, taking a big bite from that bowl of soup. Only 2/3 or only a half of the soup is left to be eaten in this series. If soup drops the next game or the game after that, Ulysses will have it. So he's on tournament point here. This is the losers bracket, so he needs to take this game. But luckily his opponent is disrespecting him, going in with Oranos, one of the weakest gods against Odin. If you ask any Oranos player, they will tell you that Oranos has no business in any game. No business winning any game against Odin, because Odin is just too oppressive, way too strong. Anyways, we see Odin against Oranos. We'll see if that's the case here. Midgard, a fantastic map for Odin players, for Norse players in general. And the reason for this is because let me think about it. The reason for this is because the heroic timings are so brutally fast and so brutally strong that it's really difficult for anybody that is not Norse to compete with them. The gods that can compete with Norse are Zeus, Poseidon, because they have ceasefire to prevent any sort of heroic age shenanigans, except for Njord. Maybe Njord has some value against Zeus and Poseidon. Norse fans, and potentially Isis Ra can deal with it as well, because their heroic timings are equally brutally strong. But we'll see. We'll see how Suppe is gonna deal with this Oranos of Ulysses on this map in this game. In this life, we see the Ulfsark running in, checking out how he's going to waste forest fire in this game. You don't even get 50 wood for an immediate forest fire against Oranos. But we do see, I mean, there's a mana here, but it's going to get chopped down before forest fire can take it down. So we'll see. We'll see how Suppe's going to do. Only 6 fishing ships so far. Only 4 villages on wood. So not the boomy build order from Suppe. So we'll see how he approaches this map. I definitely prefer trying to get more dwarfs out and less fishing ships out in the Archaic Age for Norse, so that they can then afford to build more dwarves in the Classical Age and still advance to the Heroic Age at a good time, which then means that you can either get Battle Boar, Frost Giant out, also hill forts and wood-based units and things like that. For some reason, Suppe throwing up his temple and his house halfway there. Sure, no problems. Let's check the relics that won't get picked up in this game. The Titan's Treasure, not a bad relic, especially for the Oranos player. And the Trio Bow, actually really fantastic relic there for the Oranos. And getting those Terma extra range to kill off those throwing axemen can be huge. There's the Ravens coming in for Suppe, moving over onto his forest here. Just about to click advance through Freya. Does do so, still pumping out fishing ships. How many does he have? 9 fishing ships. He's got 5 dwarves, which is a good amount. I do prefer 7 and having 2 on wood. And then as you're in the Classical Age, you transfer them over onto gold. So then you can spam out the dwarves, but it's probably going to be fine and work for Suppe this way. We'll find a nice salmon here, but decides to Scardy dock it just a little bit. And he's still popping out the fishing ships. I kind of like this. Faster advance time, still gets out 14 fishing ship, 14, 15 fishing ship. Prometheus comes in. The Oracle's all ready to go for the Prometheus Valor attack here. Though I don't think that it's the best of ideas, because it's going to allow the Valkyrie to move in and raid Ulysses' home base. Meanwhile, the Oracle is going to go after a very poorly positioned house here from Suppe. I'm sure if he plays this matchup again, he'll realize that maybe he should build his house in the home base here. But the Valkyrie coming forward immediately should not do so. Should leave that one there. Should build an immediate house here as well. We see the Oracles turning around, going to snipe the Ursa if he's not careful. Lambie, you need to get in here. We just see a longboat not quite in range. Double house coming up for Suppe, as well as this one over here. The Ulfsark can come in and snipe this though. 4.4 speed against 4.8 speed. Should be able to chase it down. We see the Promethean coming in, getting denied by the Ulfsark. I mean, by the Hersa. Now the not paying attention, loses one Oracle hero to the two longboats. Do we see anything here from Ulysses? We do not. No Bareems, but military barracks, counter barracks coming out. Promethean coming out. The Valkyrie should spot this. If we check out Suppe's point of view here. Oop. Well, he hasn't spotted it, but he does see two Prometheans. But surely he knows that he needs to be building some barracks units here. Maybe he doesn't. He's got 4 longboats that he can push forward with. 6 longboats. We'll see how he goes against the onslaught of units that are coming his way. He's got 4 villages on gold already. Ulysses is just going to be ignoring water. This very rarely works. We see a longhouse coming up. The all-in is on its way. A random Raven here for Suppe. Not going to be doing all too much. The longhouses are up. Do we see watchtowers? Hand axe coming through for Suppe. The problem for... going straight for the tower. The problem for Norse against like surprise rushes like this is that their units train so slowly. So you have to throw up like 4 to 5 longhouses, as opposed to like an Egyptian who throws up 2 barracks and then can make axemen and spearmen and defend this very, very easily because they build so quickly. The fighting here is working out very nicely for Suppe so far, as the Hersa are functioning really, really well here in this initial defense. We see raiding cavalry coming out from one, Ulfsark coming out from the hometown center here. Still no watchtowers out for Suppe as he's raiding the fishing ship over here. Valor comes down, taking down yet again another unit. We've got 2 units here moving in, trying to take down these villagers on the gold mine. Then he takes down the sentry tower. The Terma coming in on the back should be able to help out as well. And this is looking very, very tough for Suppe to get access to gold, but he's going to immediately go for this gold mine. Sneaking that gold mine is a smart move here. We'll see if Ulysses is aware of it. No, his line of sight does not see this just yet, but he has got the 6th sense here. Moving over, going to run straight into some Suppe units though. He does have the shockwaves remaining, but his fishing ships have been pretty well denied so far, as just a couple of Bareem here to help defend. We've got a Caraballaster coming in as well as the fighting is ensuing. Nice shockwave here as an attempt to pick off these straggler units, or the units remaining, instead of allowing them to retreat. And he will get almost every one of them, if not every one of them. The Promethean Offspring chasing it down. We've got a couple of Ulfsark out. There is no Lone Wanderer here just yet for Suppe. He's got the 4 longhouses though. And Ulysses is going to be pushing off this gold mine as well. Suppe needs to just take a handful of these villages here and fight, and he is. He's going after the Caraballaster. The Caraballaster getting immediately pulled back. These villages do so much damage to the Caraballaster with their bonus damage against siege. This unit is considered a siege unit, right? Or is it not? Never sure. It doesn't have that much crush armor, so siege units deal okay against it, I guess. It is. It's considered a siege unit. So the villagers get their bonus against it. Now the Promethean coming in, trying to help out. The Caraballaster still doing a lot of damage, but Suppe retreating. Ulysses retreating. 85 pop to 91 population here. Suppe needs some more of these Prometheans in the mix in order to push past these Ulfsark, and we do have Lone Wanderer. It has come through. Now we just need to see if Ulysses can fight against the Lone Wanderer Ulfsark with his Murmillo or not. Has medium infantry coming through, but he's not happy with the timing. 96 to 95 population right now. More Caraballists are coming in for Ulysses. We'll see if he can fight this army with them. And we do see the Ulfsark retreating back. Valor coming through. Poor Ulysses is going to take down one of these houses. Shouldn't affect Suppe too much at 95 population here. Or actually, 103 means it will. But throwing away one of those Caraballists. There's so many resources. There's such strong units, but they die so quickly if any units get onto them. And there we go. We see another one going down as Suppe is able to just push through this army so well, even with the medium infantry, even with the Caraballister in the back. And Suppe has managed to thwart that early aggression from Ulysses. And we'll see what Ulysses' next step is. He's getting his second town center, but can he defend against it? There is still a forest fire available for Suppe if he can utilize it well or not. We are seeing him retreating back, still pumping units. He's going to be looking for some raids now. Gold mine in the home base has expired for Ulysses. So he has to move forward onto a second gold mine. Where's he going with this? He's going to this one. Close to the town center. That's good. Meanwhile, we've got some raids coming in for Ulysses. This is what Oranos does well on these maps with the 7.25 speed. And Suppe not paying attention. He will lose one fishing ship here. So nice play here from Ulysses. Meanwhile, Ulysses still trying to push in, but like kind of with these Caraballists, you can't really fight with them. Nice raid over here, trying to pick off one of the citizens, jumping into the manor. 4 units over here is really good. He should leave the citizen in here though, the low HP one. He should be able to get away with the other one maybe. Maybe he has to cast Shockwave. Who knows? Now seeing the army of Suppe pushing forward is it's looking like Ulysses just not able to defend against this. There's so many Ulfsark here. And for some reason, Ulysses' army is, even with all the population, is just so small here. One citizen does go down there. Nice play for Suppe here. As he's pushing forward. And now we've got the Caraballists doing some damage. I think it's attacking it. It's attacking a raiding cavalry. What can you do? But the army as of Suppe getting the medium infantry as he's pushing through here. And look at this, 110 to 84 population. Ulysses is not able to deal with this infantry-based army of Suppe right now. We'll see. He's got 2 town centers. He's trying to spam units out. For some reason, he's making Terma against Ulfsark. That's a question mark move. Surely you can just go pure Mermillo on this map as well. Yet again, another raid coming in. This Ulfsark. Can he pull back? Oh! Doesn't even get one villager kill. Feels bad, man. Imagine forest fire on this wood to open up this town center for a push later. Always hoping with the forest fire. Feels bad. But Suppe has to retreat now. Is he going to the next age? He's getting copper shield, medium cavalry. We may see this third town center attempt to get grabbed here. Looks like the mana going down. The villager making the great escape. 3 HP. Will get away as Suppe not paying attention. The forest burned. Actually allowed the villager to retreat. So not only did this forest fire give nothing to Suppe, it allowed the 3 HP villager to get to a safe location. Feels bad. Now Ulysses has pushed off this gold mine yet again. There is still gold in the home base. There's gold over here as well for Suppe if he wants it. Suppe's on 2 town centers now. Going through Skadi. So he's going to be in a really good position here. Even has the Valkyrie to help out as well, as there's no more Valors left over. Straggler Caraballists are getting picked off so many resources. 215 in 1 unit. Just to keep that in perspective, 215. And Ulfsark is 80 resources. 80 resources against 215. So many resources to snipe there. There's the Skadi for Suppe. How far is Ulysses from advancing? not close at all, it looks like. No, Thea's coming in. So he's going to get Stymphalian birds out. We've had the 2 town centers. The village is fighting back over here to pick off those raiding cavalry. Nice play to keep himself alive. And we're seeing Suppe stealing this settlement right now. And Ulysses has got no idea that that's going on. Does Ulysses know about that gold mine there? He does. Surprised he's not checking it. Bosaw and husbandry coming in, and Ulysses just... Oh, when he saw the town center go up, I think he just decided it's over. Suppe too far in front. No chance for the Oranos being this far behind. If you're behind as Oranos, it's generally very tough for you to win. And Ulysses does decide that this is the game. GG, well played by Suppe. An interesting try here from Ulysses. I kind of wish that he went double military barracks instead and pumped more fishing ship out and built the Barim to defend his fishing ship. Went for a bigger fish boom, pure Murmillo, against the Ulfsark. I think that would have been a little bit more potent here. But he doesn't do that, and Suppe making Odin look disgustingly overpowered here. Not at any point did Ulysses look like he was going to be able to... Well, there was a point when he pushed off this gold mine that he could have gold starved as well. If he was here a little bit earlier. But he didn't manage to do so. The army just streamed out in the Ulfsarks, and then that was game. Suppe leveling the series 1-1. If you guys are enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.